Leadership is service, serve to lead. Last week, I recorded for the Maverick Paradox podcast an excellent conversation with Sue Evans, episode 127, about leadership is service and we serve to lead. Sue has an interesting journey of leadership, beginning in the army as one of the first 40 women in Sandhurst. Only 28 women finished officer training, and she was one of them. One of the things we talk about is how leadership requires sticking power. On the Maverick Paradox podcast, I've had conversations with a number of ex-military officers from the UK and the US, and they all share similar stories around leadership. They talk about how leadership in the military is no longer command and control, and how there are lessons that can be learned by any organisation. The way the world is today requires leaders that can strategize, innovate, and execute, who understand that leadership is also about service. Service to the mission, the people, and to yourself. It's a difficult tightrope to walk. Leaders who only think about service can sometimes struggle to execute, and those that don't consider service can become motivated by self-interest and fail to consider the human impact that we spoke about last week. So what's the impact of misunderstanding the role of leadership? Well, the difference can be as stark as the very survival of your organisation. This is not an exaggeration, rather a mere reflection on the way that the world of work looks like today. COVID has forced employees to take a long, hard look at how their organisation treats them, and the working from home phenomenon makes it easier for them to look for work at other organisations. Organisations whose leaders have always considered their employees as resources to utilise have been struggling greatly. Just when employees needed to know that their organisations cared for them, these organisations were silent. Their leaders and their managers uncertain how to reach out and demonstrate their own humanity. And without this connectivity, employees have begun to disengage with the organisation, reducing productivity and the goodwill of the organisation that they've become to rely on. These employees are waiting for more stable conditions before they move on to somewhere that they can be more appreciated. Contrast that with organisations that have understood that having leaders reach out to their employees in a genuine, authentic way enables trust to be maintained and a willingness of the employee to help the organisation to survive. Late millennials and Generation Z, which are beginning to make up the majority of workplaces, are demanding that the organisations that they work for demonstrate their ability to serve their employees and customers. Employers are increasingly needing leaders that can find this second nature. If you want to call me or email me to find out how I can support your leaders understand the true nature of leadership and how to make a sustainable difference to how they operate and succeed, please do so. Here's a question. Do business owners have to consider the leadership they demonstrate, even if they have no employees? Absolutely, even more so the smaller that they are. It has become increasingly clear that the individuals are choosing to buy from companies that can be seen to be serving others. This can be part of what makes you different to your competitors. How you demonstrate leadership in your market is one of the things that will attract your tribe towards you, willing to follow you anywhere. Considering how to demonstrate your leadership, your difference, can have a powerful impact on how you are perceived by potential clients. Do let me show you how. Strategize, innovate, and execute. Here are a few things that you can also do. Strategize. Determine how your leadership impacts others and ask yourself the following questions. When I'm leading, is my focus on what I need my people to do or on what they need me to do? How does my product or service work for the greater good? How does my leadership style engage others? And are your employees or tribe engaged and ready to follow your lead? So to be able to strategize a change, you need to diagnose where you are and decide where you want to be. Innovate. Once you have an answer to the strategic questions you have asked yourself, it's time to innovate or create. You can work with someone like me to help you during this stage. For example, I have helped a number of clients and their organizations develop creative thinking skills to enable them to become more innovative and creative. There are a number of techniques and tools that can speed up this process for you. Alternatively, you can consider questions like, 1, how can you show innovation in your leadership? or your service? 2, how can you pivot your organisation away from a blame culture to one where it is eager to take reasonable risks? And 3, how can I engender trust in me, us, to do what's right? Stay curious about the world around you, keep asking why questions, and play with the possibilities that the answers bring. Execution. Make sure that once you have identified the need for change, that you follow through and execute it. When you consider how people react and their likely behaviour, you enhance your ability to learn, earn, and achieve. To improve your impact and influence, you'll need to learn how to serve in all your activity and change your environments that you and your organisation can achieve what you want. Lean into it and let me know how you're getting on. I would love to know your progress. Book a time to talk. Have you seen the Maverick Paradox magazine yet? It's for the pathologically curious. So here are some articles I have chosen this week to stoke your curiosity. First one, First Among Equals, is that leadership? This was written by Charlene Norman. Leadership is an inside job, written by Roshana Price, and Selling from a Place of Leadership by Jason Cutter. And here are some podcasts to stimulate your execution. Episode 99 from Alan Hunkins about leadership is a relationship. Episode 118 by Joe Cicala about investing in the greater good of humanity. And episode 109 with David Rogers speaking about the myriad implications of returning to work following COVID-19. And to strategize, innovate, and execute, check out my book, The Maverick Paradox, The Secret Power Behind Successful Leaders. It's a blueprint to how to become a successful leader. Discover the 5 Maverick attributes all natural leaders possess. Master the 8 Maverick capabilities that all successful leaders demonstrate. Extend your influence by utilizing the 3 key power bases to become a transformational leader. Check it out on Amazon. So what's happening and what's next? Well, we continue to be on Clubhouse every Wednesday at 5 p.m. UK time, where we have a great free-flowing conversational Maverick leadership. We also answer questions relating to entrepreneurialism and working within organisations. Clubhouse is now for Android as well as iPhone. And this week's The Mavericks of Mass Creation video is about creativity is not art. Listen to David Chislett explain what he means. So learn along with us and apply what you learn to your current challenges. The links are below. So what's next? Send me your questions on leadership as well as those on how to improve your impact and influence. And let's see what we can learn together. If you'd like me to put together a webinar on any of the subjects we've mentioned or anything else to do with leadership, impact, strategy, do let me know. And if you're ready to work with me, if you want the knowledge and capability to reduce the uncertainty in your decision making and increase your leadership impact, let's have a chat. Whatever you choose to do, enjoy the experience.